Alright. I think we are getting good to go. Ooh, my camera's brighter now. Don't know why. That's interesting. Okay. Well, brighter camera. New fit, new threads. Are we streaming this back to back with the last one? Yes. Yes, we are. Asher is sighing a breath of relief, right, buddy? Real Asher is thrilled to be here. He's totally not exhausted. But yeah, I'm really enjoying making all of these videos. I hope you're enjoying watching them. I keep forgetting that we have a rival battle coming up. Hopefully we don't have to fight him. Gary Oak. I did move my microphone in between these two recordings over to the other side of my setup. So hopefully there's a little bit less of the overheating computer fan in the background. Once the other recording finishes processing, I'll probably go back and check. Where is my room? I need to find that first. Nah, let's just start at one side. Let's just get this party rolling. This is a battleship. Battleship. This is a battleship, so there are a lot of trainers that are going to want to fight us. And who are we to deny their requests? Ooh. Raise my seat up and I can't lean back as far anymore. Interesting. Alright. Fisherman Barney. Isn't Blaz still in the front? I'm an idiot. Pokemon. Let's go into the man, the myth, the legend. Waddle. Our boy. Right here. The OG. Man, I need to shave. Didn't realize how long the beard has been getting. Okay. Is it worth risking confusion and Peck? Yes, it is. Waddle is not confused. Waddle knows who he is. Through and through, to the core. Waddle is our boy. He would never hit himself or herself. Whoops. Alright. Clear. I don't think it has any physical attacks except for tackle. Like, what? The worst case scenario is we hit ourselves in confusion and it doesn't hurt as much. I gotta look more into the confusion formula. That would be a good episode. Or a good math episode. Because I know that it's a formula. Gonna throw that onto my note sheet. But yeah. That would be a good one. So, if there's any other things that you guys want me to talk about regarding Pokemon or math or anything, I'd love to do it. I'm here for it. Comment down below, share the videos, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We're starting to get likes on videos now too. That's exciting. That is some exciting stuff. We're up to 21 subscribers at the time that this video is getting recorded. Again, just loving the support. Okay, Waddle is severely overleveled. We are using Waddle way too much. He's like, look at how fast. That means that damage is absolutely insane. Alright. I think I'm going to do something that is a little bit of heresy. Favorites on top. There we go. We should get a backup water type ready to go. Okay, we're gonna keep Elvis around because we should have one Pokemon, and then we'll just keep swapping Elvis and Waddle out. So we have at least one crazy high level Pokemon. But everything else. Also, looking at these trades, now that I have them pulled up, we're getting closer to getting that Vulpix, but it says that it's at a fixed level. So I'm going to just take that out and assume that it really is at a fixed level. Which one do I want more? Honestly, I kind of want Tooth more than Bird-Brained, but it's better to get Bird-Brained evolved so we don't have a Fearow as our encounter if that happens, now that we know this whole lure trick. And let's just double check the order of the Pokemon, because we shouldn't lead Johnny Cash. Don't worry, Waddle will be back for our rival battle, because there's no way we will do this battle without Waddle. I've got nothing for this matchup except for Leech Seed. Also, can we take a moment to talk about how they're some of the most broken Pokemon moves in the entire game, or in the entire series in this game, dedicated to the partner Eevee. Like, those moves are so cool. I love them. Like, Sappy Sap, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up new moves. New attacks. There it is. So new attacks. There was Batty Bad. The dark type move, so the Umbreon attack. So Batty Bad. The user acts bad and attacks the target, and then it sets up Reflect. Bouncy Bubble is just Giga Drain, but better, and water type. Buzzy Buzz leaves Paralysis, is the Jolteon attack. Freezy Frost eliminates stat changes. Whereas that in your Dondozo matchups. It does 90 damage and eliminates stat changes. That's ridiculous. Glitzy Glow sets up Light Screen. It's the Espeon move. Sappy Seed. Not Sappy Sap. Sappy Seed. And it's a physical attack. Guess I didn't realize that. But sets up Leech Seed. One of my favorite, like, status moves of all time. Has a base 90 power. And sets up Leech Seed. So cool. So awesome. Sizzly Slide leaves a burn. Sparkly Swirl, fairy type. Heals all status conditions. Yeah. So those are all of the Eevee moves. Like, that's nuts. Also, if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu and you weren't running Zippy Zap, you were lying. You were... Oh. Zippy Zap was the way to go. Only thing that I might understand, like, replacing that with is Volt Tackle, because Volt Tackle is iconic. And that's the only critique, spoiler warning, about Ash and Leon's battle. If you hadn't seen that yet, stop listening now. I will wave my hands when you can listen again. So, if they literally had Pikachu Thunderbolt and run at Leon's Charizard to win the fight. But how much cooler could it have been? And again, I'm a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 kid. I've been watching the anime since Gen 1 before I even got my first Pokemon video game. I was still watching the anime. I understand how iconic a move Thunderbolt is in the anime, because like I understand and appreciate the sentimental value behind Thunderbolt. But it used Thunderbolt and tackled Leon's Charizard. That is literally just Volt Tackle. And Volt Tackle was a cornerstone of the Sinnoh seasons of the anime. Like, it was so iconic because that recoil damage was so significant in battles against Paul. Like at Lake Acuity in the battle against Paul, the recoil damage just showed how, like, not how strong, but how dedicated Pikachu was towards winning after taking all of that recoil damage against, I think it was Magmortar at that point. I think Magmar had evolved by then. Electabuzz hadn't evolved into Electivire yet, but Magmar had already evolved into Magmortar. So, yeah, like, just so quintessential to all of the Sinnoh episodes. This is going to be a water type. Now that I put a fire type up front, this is going to... So yeah, that's my only critique. And they, like, yeah. But then if we dig even deeper into Volt Tackle sets up part of the plot and the character development of Infernape too in that season, because like then you see Infernape learning Flare Blitz instead of Flame Wheel, and now Infernape's also taking that recoil damage but still has those I'm still standing moments. I'm an idiot and I'm just rambling at this point, and I'm not thinking clearly, and that was so stupid. That was so stupid. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Loved everything else about that battle. Absolutely incredible. If you're into graphic design and you like making fan art, Elvis and Waddle. That's fan art that I would condone, because like, look at these two. Absolute beasts on the field. We are in the middle of a heat wave right now, so the no AC is kind of starting to make things a little toasty in here. I do have a Mountain Dew right next to me. No, I am not endorsed. No, this is not monetized. I just drink a lot of Mountain Dew. Can you heal me? Can somebody please heal my Pokemon? Because I could use some help. Yo necesito ayuda, por favor. That leads me into another story time. I taught Spanish for a little while. What? Okay. Okay, YouTube algorithm, do not miss your chance. This has to be one of the things that they come up with for the thumbnail. Look at this dude. He's so comfortable. I want to grow up and be like him. I want to just live on a cruise ship and just lay in the chaise. How dare I barge in? How dare I? How dare you snap at a 10-year-old exploring a cruise ship for funsies? Alright? Time to put this dude in his place. Headbutt. No intimidate in this game. Are you even good? Is Growlithe good without intimidate? I mean, it does get a burn, limiting our damage output. So this could potentially get a little bit rough. Not too rough though. Not too rough for Elvis. Stomach growling. Remembering that I did not eat dinner. You look like you might be offering to heal her. Yes, please. Thank you. We needed that. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Thank you for healing our Pokemon. Let's put somebody back else back up front. Oh, I keep hitting Y. I think Y is the button for the newer games. I'm not a waiter. I might be dressed like a sailor, but I am not a waiter. That is a big Wigglytuff. That is a... What is that? Pew! 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 It's trying to play laser guns? Wigglytuff. Laser guns coming out of its eyes. Why does this keep happening? Why do we keep changing the front Pokemon and then immediately we're weak to it. Like, there hasn't been a single time we haven't been weak to... I feel like Johnny Cash might have died. The more I think about it. Did Johnny Cash die? No, Johnny Cash didn't die. I think I've been good about marking which Pokemon have died and lived. Battle of the Birds. Ooh, mirror move. Okay. This could either be really smart or really bad. Okay, so yeah, it was smart. Because if we're going to get into a headbutt contest, I want to have a chance to crit. Or just win. Ooh, key. Bird-brained. You might be... Every time. Every time. Shia LaBeouf would be real nice right about now. Just saying. Double kick. Man, I wish we got Pikachu. But instead we got Bubba. We got Bubba the Bulbasaur. And we beat Nikki. Another victory to log in the book. Yep, yep. How we doing? How are we doing on the recording? We doing all right. Oof. I think this is going to be another longer episode if we're trying to do the SSN special, which I'm not opposed to. Then we'll do the Vermilion Gym special. We just keep cruising. We be cruising. I would not be opposed to getting a primate. That would be really fun for the run. I mean, granted, we're going to have some sort of fighting type guaranteed. Just don't know who I'll pick once we get to the dojo. You have anything nice to say? Oh, no, you're just cruising around the world with your children. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, they are up to no good. Okay, yeah, we don't want to go that way yet. We want to go back down these stairs and finish off this floor. Go to the kitchen because there should be some stuff. Shoo! Rude. Am I right? There's free stuff. Come on, Elvis. You got it, bud. Keep on running. I think Elvis is struggling. Takedown steak. Peeling spuds. Ooh, comment down below. What is your favorite type of potato? Like, or best favorite way of being served potatoes. Because my grandma, let me tell you, my grandma has the greatest recipe for potatoes. There is... Sorry. I will not support anyone dissing my grandma's potatoes. She absolutely crushes it. So what she does is she gets shredded potatoes, or she shreds the potatoes herself, more accurately. She shreds the potatoes herself. Me and my mom, whenever we recreate them, we always use frozen shredded potatoes. My grandma, she would shred the potatoes, and then she would put cream, cheese, diced onion, all into like a casserole dish. I've gotta get the recipe from my mom at some point, because my mom did figure out how to recreate it. This ice shard is gonna hurt, but not that bad. But yeah, as long as it doesn't have Aurora Beam, we should be fine. It has Aurora Beam, but it went second. So we were not gonna be fine. But yeah, it is absolutely delicious. Second favorite type of potato is definitely scalloped potatoes. Like the thin slices of potatoes that are covered in cheese. Just found out about 2 months ago that you can buy pre-made scalloped potatoes in a little box. Like, they look like Easy Mac boxes, and you just dump the potatoes into a casserole dish. You pour some milk in, not cream, milk. I wonder if you could use cream. Food for thought. But you pour like a half cup of milk in, and then there's this powdery mix. You store it all together, and then you just bake it. And it takes like maybe an hour, I think. Maybe it's just a half hour to 45 minutes. But it's a long time to make, and it doesn't make that much. But man, it's like $2 for a box. It's one of the least healthy things of all time. But I'm not going to ever claim to be the healthiest individual on Earth. So let's go into story time. On the note of, ooh, I love Mirror Move. I love it. Get rid of Lear. With that, Birdbrain might have just made it onto the team. I didn't know Spearow learned Mirror Move. Maybe I did, but I forgot. I just remember Pidgeot using Mirror Move all the time in Pokemon Stadium. So, unhealthiest decisions I've ever made. When I was a junior in my undergrad, and I was taking Calc 3, we had to do this group project, and the entire class was struggling. It was awful. We were all in the library till way earlier into the morning than we all should have been awake. But none of us had finished. All of us, like the entire class, there was only one set of partners in the entire class. It was a class of like 12. 2 of them weren't in the library. And then we realized once we had to give the presentations the next day that they didn't do the project all the way through, but they thought they did, so it was a little awkward. But that's not the point of the story. I left at 3:30 in the morning, and had an 8 a.m. the next day. But I don't stay up that late. I'm usually a 9 o'clock bedtime and go, like, get ready for the next day type of guy. Always, I have been that way since 2016. That's how I've lived my life. And so staying up till 3:30, the only way I could do that and be awake and focused and alert to do the project was with caffeine. I ended up drinking, I believe it was 10 Mountain Dews that night, somewhere between 10 and 12 Mountain Dews. I drank an entire box of Mountain Dews. But I also, again, I was not the healthiest person ever. I had this Tupperware bin that was probably like this big, probably like 2 feet long, 2 feet tall, or 2.5 feet long. It was a rectangle, and yeah, so it was a good size. It had all of my snacks. So what I ended up doing was I put my 12-pack of Mountain Dew in there. So it was long enough for a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. I had Oreos, chips, everything. I brought that entire bin down to the library with me. And I just fed our entire class. But anyways, back to the Mountain Dew part of the story. And why I have a math degree, because I'm a nerd. I ended up calculating how much Mountain Dew I still had in my system, because I had an 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and then the class I was presenting in was a 10 a.m. course. So 3 hours back to back, all in one single classroom. So at the end of my 9 a.m., before I was about to present, I calculated the half-life of caffeine in my system. And at that point, I ended up still having enough caffeine that it was the equivalent of 8 Mountain Dews. So I guess I could backtrack the math, knowing that I finished the Mountain Dews at 3 a.m., back to my dorm room at 3:30. So I could end up backtracking, but I don't need to do that. The point of the story is don't drink that much Mountain Dew. That was horrible. But I was really awake and focused for my 3 classes. Then I had a 3-hour break until my first shift at work, so I would get lunch at 11. Or get lunch after my 3rd class. Have an hour off. I would go to my campus job, which I love my campus job. Love my campus job. Then after that, I slept for, I think, like 4 hours. Oh wait, that was not junior year. That was sophomore year, because I lived off campus. Junior year. Yeah. Don't drink that much Mountain Dew. I think Bubba should get swapped out to Blaz. Am I going to regret that? Probably. Let's see. I think somebody has a shelter. We haven't seen a shelter yet. Ponyta. Okay. We can work with this. I feel like my Pokemon aren't learning new attacks all that fast. This is gonna take a while. Somebody play the Jeopardy theme. Or Spanish Fleet. Why did it have a full restore? I don't know. Just wanted us to waste all of our scratches. should do it. That does it. Here we go. On point. Johnny Cash, level 16. It is important that we do all of these trainer battles because there's not as many trainer battles in this game. I don't think we get a verse seeker or anything. So there is a limited amount of battles that we can do in this game, so we should do all of them. And once these ones are gone, once this ship pulls away, these battles are all gone. All these items are gone. Everything is just gone after this. So we should take advantage of it while we can. Only ground type move that I should be afraid of is Dig. And if it uses Dig, then I just switch into Bird Brain. Or I get a flinch. Double flinch, because I don't think this is the knockout. This could be... Come on, I believe. Everybody, spirit fingers. Spirit fingers. Send the good vibes. Send the good vibes. I'm going to send it this way. Send the good vibes. Headbutt from an arena seems like it would be horrible. Like, do you see how pointy that spike is on its head? Crit? Flinch? Something? Okay, I gotta switch. Sandman is probably the beefiest out of my remaining couple Pokemon. It would be nice to get Johnny Cash to evolve now. Yeah, we just gotta hit 4 times, huh? I wonder what level Drowsy evolves at. But yeah, these are free items, free Pokeballs. And one thing you learn is to never turn down free stuff when you are in college. Or that's something you learn in college, is to never turn away free stuff. Because, you know, I loved my campus job, but I was not getting paid great money for my campus job. So, yeah, I learned to eat a lot of things for free. I went to this one retreat where they served steak, and I'm not a big red meat guy. But did I eat that steak? I ate a whole... It was like a 20-ounce steak, I think. That's not the right cabin. Is this it? Yes, it is. But yeah, I ate a 20-ounce steak? Maybe? That's over a pound. It was huge. So I think it was 20 ounces. It's a free retreat. And so I went. And I had my first steak. I mean, I've tried steak before, obviously. But, like, yeah. Yep. Alright, we did say we would bring back Waddle for this battle. Add to party. And as much as we love Elvis, if Waddle's in the party, Waddle's coming out. Tony! It's so cool that the people are the ones that learn the HMs in this game. I would have loved to see, like, just the humans walk up to a tree and just go, chop down! We are completely over-leveled, aren't we? Whoopsies. But we, like, keep losing just enough Pokemon. Like, so there's always somebody that's a little bit behind. And that's what's making things a little bit challenging. I forget, does Tony have the Pikachu? If so, that's going to be a great warm-up for the gym. Yes, he does have the Pikachu. Alright. Waddle just, I don't think, has the damage output. Waddle doesn't have powerful moves yet. So, I think I'm going to switch into Waddle. Ooh, I should be switching into Bubba, who also, unless I use Takedown, also doesn't have the damage output. We're gonna play smart though. We're gonna play the slow game. I'm surprised both Toxic and Leech Seed landed first try. That's impressive. If only we had Protect. Reflecting back now onto our discussion about broken EV attacks. Like, why isn't there a poison evolution yet? I think that math works out perfectly right there. Because, like, that would have been such a cool attack. Having, like, Turbo Toxic or Slimy Smack. Slimy Smack as a base 90 power as usual, physical attack that badly poisons the opponent. That would have been cool. Great opportunity there, but there wasn't a poison evolution. Whenever you're bored, highly recommend just looking up fan-made evolutions. There's some really great ones out there. And I mean, always, you should always be supporting your Pokemon community. So if you see something, tweet it or share it, post it on social media, give credit where credit is due. Build love and support for this community. It's so much fun. The best way to get motivated to do all of that stuff, though, go to a regional, go to an international championship, and just be present. You don't have to compete. You can spectate. And just being present. Maybe do a side event if you want to put yourself out there. But just being present in that environment is so cool. I'm sad that it took me till I was 26 to realize how awesome of an opportunity it is to go to those events. All right. Yuck. Shouldn't have looked. Nice. You never know when there's just going to be an item in a garbage can in a Pokemon game. Anywho, that wraps up the SSN arc of this journey. Thank you for tuning in to a much longer episode. If you like the longer episodes, leave a comment down in the description below. I'm absolutely going to record more episodes before I post them. So if you do like the longer episodes, I'm sorry that I might not be posting longer episodes until I see those comments and that feedback. But that's such a cool cinematic. I know I want the old guy on the bed lounging to be the thumbnail, but if any of those are generated, it's gonna be a tough call picking out the thumbnail. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Next time, we taking on Lieutenant Surge. We're getting another gym badge, y'all. So, yeah, take it easy, and I will see you all next time. Peace.